Well, it's happened. So the non-paying tenants that have said they'll be vacating the property on the 15th have emailed my lettings agent to say that they in fact now will not be vacating, which is pretty much what I expected they would do anyway. Previously they asked if I would be happy to accept a payment plan for their rental arrears. So they said basically they'll be vacating on the 15th, and once they move into their new property they want to set up a payment plan. So they said if I'll be willing to accept just £150 a month because that's all they could afford. And I said, sure, that's absolutely fine. Because basically for me, it doesn't really matter like how much they pay, as long as they set up a payment plan and they're genuinely willing to pay it and go through with it. I'm willing to be flexible with them. So then I said, I need your new address so that I can pass that on to my solicitor, who I can get to draft a formal agreement with the payment plan that you guys suggested, so I can post it to you, we can sign it and make it all official. Then they came back and basically they said they refused to give me the new address, which to me just seems like they have no real intention of actually paying that payment plan that they suggested. It's more just what they've been doing all along for the last year or so, which is just to placate me, to get along, and then have no intention of following through with what they actually said. Because as with a lot of tenants that game the system, they know that it's actually a lot harder to serve official documentation, so court documents, county court judgments, and actually enforcing the debt if they've moved out of the property and they don't tell you where they've gone, so you have no address. So yeah, this morning I got an email saying that they plan to not vacate the property. So it looks like we're going to have to go through the whole process, so the court procedure, possession order, all of that stuff. So I think this is a lesson to me to not be so soft and give too much leeway to people, particularly if they make a promise and they don't keep their end of the bargain consistently again and again. And I think I let this drag way too long. I think there is a time and a place where you give people a little bit of leeway, but I think it's too much, because I think from the beginning it was about a year or so since, they were first in arrears. And with things like this, if you just leave it, from my experience, it just keeps getting worse and worse. So give them one chance, or maybe even like a second chance, but there has to be a cut-off limit instead of just letting things drag. But as always, I'll keep you up to date. I'll probably do an audit of all of the costs and share it with you guys.